everyone's just like making pasta from scratch and like dating people without having sex. Like, who'd have thought? When you go out of the house, you're wearing a mask and you're wearing gloves. And these are things that make us feel like this feeling of like de-individuation. And I do think that for me, it sounds superficial, but making the effort to sometimes, you know, if I'm going to Zoom or just for no reason, putting on some makeup, doing my hair, going to this virtual sex party was interesting because you feel really tuned into other people's sexuality and it's really inspiring. Or I was reading this new novel called Tampa. Well, it's not new, it's new for me, which is extremely pervy. And just reminding yourself like that sexual energy is available to you. This is going to sound like such a vain tip, but it really worked for me. I think you have to get the lighting right and the place in your house right first ahead of time, because otherwise you're just going to be thinking about it. Like, I don't want to come in that position. Have it so your camera where you can't see yourself very big because it takes you out of the moment. And a lot of people that I've been talking to on the podcast have been saying that in a lot of ways, FaceTime sex is actually more vulnerable, but also because you're really on display and you're looking at each other and you're looking into each other's eyes where, you know, often at the end of the day, you can kind of stumble home back to your apartment and like dim the lights and have sex, like fumbling around in the bed, and you might not even be making eye contact, but where when you're looking into the phone, you really have to show up. When we go on like dates, right, out in the world, we're in these extremely curated experiences. There's no messiness and everything is kind of like perfected and curated. And so there's something about just like getting into someone's room and like kind of the sloppiness of it. I know that people are still like getting ready, but a lot of people have said like, I gave up. Like you know what I mean? It's stupid for me to put on like my sequin dress. Like I'm just wearing like a sweatshirt. It's not covered in like sriracha stains, but I'm still wearing a sweatshirt. That feels exciting to me because it's novel and it's different and it's honest. People are saying that on FaceTime dates, they're having conversations that are deeper than they are in dates that they had in real life. First of all, because we're going through such a vulnerable time. So there's a lot less of like, what do you do? And a lot more of, how are you feeling? Something I found was really helpful is just creating space in the apartment. Like I have a room that I work in where, you know, if my boyfriend wants to talk to me when I'm working, he'll text me, you know, and he'll do the same. And then I think that if you have a conversation around this, you won't take it personally, right? I got this advice from this anthropologist who I love online, and she said that in this period of time, fantasy and planning for the future is really connective for your relationship, and it gets you out of this space. So she was saying planning a vacation really helps. Thinking about something that you guys will do after this. So as much as you can do, I think, to just get away in whatever away means. I think that there's a nostalgia that's going on right now, like a nostalgia for like 3 weeks ago, but also a nostalgia for like a former self, former loves. This is a really hard time and I don't want to shame anybody, but it seems difficult enough without navigating reopening old wounds. I do completely understand that people need company, and then if you're single, maybe the idea of quarantining with your ex is better than not. But I would say like if you're in a relationship, don't contact your ex, like that's rude.